TV. We're comic dispensers, we crack up all the censors. On Tiny Toon Adventures, get a dose of comedy. So here's Acme Acres, it's a whole wide world apart. Our home sweet home, it stands alone, a cartoon work of art. Our scripts were rejected, expect the unexpected. Our Tiny Toon Adventures is about to start. They're furry, they're funny, they're Babs and Buster Bunny. Montana Max is money, Elmira is a pain. There's Hampton and Plucky, Dizzy and Ducky. Furball's unlucky and Go-Go is insane. At Acme University we earn our Toon degree. The teaching staff's been getting laughs since 1933. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done.
Hello and welcome to Disney Movie Investigation. This is our monthly bonus video where we look at the shows that we remember growing up. In this video, we are going to take a look at Tiny Toon Adventures. We'll take a look at the origin of the series with a collaboration between Warner Brothers and Steven Spielberg, the popularity of the series leading into many other projects, and what is the future of this animated series. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way, every time a new video is uploaded, you will be notified. But for now, sit back and enjoy this week's episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, this is our monthly bonus video where we look at the Saturday morning cartoons that we remember growing up. So we are talking about Tiny Toon Adventures, and this was a show created by Tom Ruegger, with Steven Spielberg acting as executive producers, and it ran for 98 episodes, and it aired between syndication and Fox Kids. Tiny Toons was an original idea by Terry Semnall, who was the president of Warner Brothers and wanted to inject new life into Warner Brothers animation. Initially, Semnall wanted to create a series that involved the young Looney Tunes characters, following the patterns such as Muppet Babies, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, and Flintstone Kids. Spielberg got involved then, wanting to collaborate on an animated series following his work on the project Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Spielberg and Semnall then decided that the project would be a collaboration where they would be younger toons, but they wouldn't be related to the Looney Tunes characters. The original plan was to do a feature film and not a TV series, but on December 27, 1988, the plan was changed from theatrical film to TV series. Tom Ruegger was hired to develop the series and the characters, and Tom Ruegger supervised over 1,200 voice actors auditioning for the 12 key roles. So let's take a look at the cast. We have Charlie Adler, who plays Buster Bunny. Tress MacNeille does the voice of Babs Bunny. Joe Alaskey does the voice of Plucky Duck. Don Messick does the voice of Hampton J. Pig. Cree Summer does the voice of Elmira. Gail Mattis does the voice of Shirley the Loon. Maurice LaMarche does the voice of Dizzy Devil. Rob Paulson does the voice of Foulmouth and Arnold. Candy Milo does the voice of Sweetie. Kathy Susie does the voice of Little Sneezer and Fifi LaFlume. Danny Cooksey does the voice of Montana Max. And finally, Frank Welker does the voice of Furball, Go-Go, Calamity Coyote, and Little Beeper. So in terms of the premise of what the series is, Tiny Toon Adventures is a cartoon set in the fictional town of Acme Acres, where most of the Tiny Toons and Looney Tunes characters lives. The characters attend Acme University, a school which is primarily consists of the mainstays of classic Warner Brother cartoons such as Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Sylvester Cat, Wile E. Coyote, and Elmer Fudd. In the series, the university is founded to teach the cartoon characters how to become funny. The school is not featured in every episode, and not all of its storylines revolve around the school. Like the Looney Tunes, the series makes use of cartoon violence, such as anvils falling on somebody, liberal use of explosives and slapsticks, as well as the series parodies and references the current events of early 1990s and Hollywood culture. Occasionally, episodes devolve into ethical and moral stories of ecology, self-esteem, and crime. So the series would often, there'd be two kind of episodes. There would be ones where it would be three short cartoons, and then there'd be some longer episodes. Some of the longer episodes included a episode where Buster Bunny gets framed for stealing a slushy machine by Montana Max. Another one that's a really good one is a parody of a Hollywood parody where Plucky Duck goes to Hollywood to try and get his life story made. And then there is another one that is a parody of Citizen Kane, which shows Montana Max in the Orson Welles character, which I think is really well written as well. So the show was extremely popular right off the bat, and it expanded to a TV specials and a direct-to-DVD movie. 1992 saw a direct-to-video movie called Tiny Toons, How I Spent My Summer Vacation. The film would be later cut up into 4 parts to be part of the TV series. They also did a Christmas special called It's a Wonderful Tiny Toons Christmas Special, which aired on primetime on December 6, 1992. The Tiny Toons Spring Break Special aired on March 27, 1994. And then Tiny Toons Ghoulery aired on March 28, 1995. Because the show was so successful, they had 2 spin-offs. One was the Plucky Duck Show, which aired in 1992 on Fox Kids. A lot of these were just the Plucky Duck episodes of Tiny Toons, kind of re-spun together to create a new show. And then Elmira, Pinky, and the Brain was created in 1998 on Fox Kids. Because of the high-quality writing and the high-quality animation, the show won numerous Daytime Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Animated Program, as well as Outstanding Song for the theme song, and Outstanding Writing. The show also did spin-offs into print. Tiny Toons Adventure Magazine was a quarterly children's magazine that started in October 1990 that lasted into the spring of 1992. Little Golden Books created several children's books, as well as Tiny Toon Adventure Comics was created by Warner Brothers and DC Comics. Into the world of video games, there have been numerous video games across several platforms for Tiny Toon Adventures, including the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, and PlayStation. And then one of my favorites, and I thought this was quite unique, was called Tiny Toon Adventures Cartoon Workshop, where you could actually make your own animated cartoons, and then you could connect them to a VHS tape and then play them on your own VCR. So I thought that was very unique at the time. On October 2020, it was announced that there would be a reboot of the series, and this would be called Tiny Toons University. The show would feature older versions of the Tiny Toon characters, and the show was given a 2-season order that would be out in 2021. My final thoughts of the show is I loved this show growing up. I thought it was very clever. A lot of the episodes, I thought Buster and Babs were really great characters as kind of the narrators or your hosts. But then you had different characters for everybody, kind of whatever your preference was. If you like kind of the silent cartoons or like the more non-dialogue, you had the Furball cartoons because he didn't really speak. But then you also had parody, like they did parodies of Batman, they did parodies of Superman as well, and then they did parodies of kind of like 90s tropes like rap music, and then several Hollywood tropes as well. They would do caricatures of several Hollywood celebrities at the time. So I thought the writing was very clever, and it gave a lot for older kids to watch as well. Again, the characters are engaging, and the writing is spot on, really well done. And then I think it's definitely a nostalgia rewatch as well, because a lot of the jokes that I didn't get when I was growing up, you can watch the episodes now, and it's definitely one that you can watch and get more out of it today. And I am interested in seeing the reboot Tiny Toons University and see what they do with the whole premise of it. So yeah, that's going to be it for our retrospective on Tiny Toons Adventures. So thank you so much for joining us here on Disney Movie Investigation. I would ask in the comments, what are your guys' favorite memories of Tiny Toons? Did you like the show? Did you ever watch the movie? The movie actually is really well done too. It carries, I love watching it on DVD even to this day. Very well written story, and then has that Hollywood parody as well, which I love watching as well. So please leave a comment what you guys think of Tiny Toons. And then next month for our bonus video, we're going to take a look at another classic Saturday morning TV series where we take a look at Doug, the series. So until next time, I hope you guys are having a great day, and we will see you real soon. All right, bye-bye.